Good day everyone, my name is Mary Jane B. Galario at your screen. Today I'm going to explain what's on my synthesis paper from A to F. First letter is letter A. What is the theory that you'd like to discuss? Several theories that language were introduced to us and I want to tackle about the language. It is an initiate or not. In this theory, it is stated that children learns language from the data they receive and is to process the knowledge in any certain ways. They learn from their environment and surroundings. It believes that everyone is born with innate disposition to understand the uses of language. It explained that extreme of thought and the ability to express it in language to understood by others in naturals to humans. Next to letter is letter B. The definition in this theory, it depends the innateness as genetics encodings and developmental resilience. In other areas, particularly ethology, the subject of innateness has been addressed numerous times and effectively, and different definitions of innateness have been presented. Some have claimed to have discovered evidence for grammar genes, not for a single gene responsible for all of the circuitry and underpinning grammar, but for a group of genes whose effects is crucial to the development of circuits underlying elements of grammar. The question is whether the genes are particular to language grammatical characteristics. Innateness defined as developmental resilience in the process of adjusting well in the face of adversity or any developmental care is defined as psychologists as resilience. For letter C, the theory objectives to explain that inherent behavior is genetically determined, to claim that language has genetic base and to be developed each number of species even under widely varying circumstances. And for letter D are the examples of situation. Example situation number 1. Innateness defined as genetic encoding. A child was born in the Philippines, and her mother is a Filipino and her father is a Filipino. It only means that child speak a Filipino language. Since it is genetics encoding, she inherited it from her parents. Situation number 2. Innateness defined as developmental resilience. Michael is a half Chinese and half American, and he also have a nanny, and his nanny teach him a Filipino language. Michael is currently live in America for now, and often speak English, although he used to live in China for how many years. It only explained that innateness is defined as developmental resilience because a person can learn the language by development. For letter C, it will explain the importance of the theory and how it can relate to real life scenarios. We all know that language plays an important role to us people. The innateness of language is significant for it helps to develop and learn a certain language. It is helpful communicating with people, especially a foreign people. A person can understand the context of a message directly through the innateness of the language, for it is a genetic resilience. And the last but not the least for letter F. My own views or insight of this theory holds that at least some knowledge about language exists humans and birth, and we're all born to initiate understanding the way of language works. At some point, language is nothing to the do genetics because some people are originated by their hometown. By their parents never allow them to speak their origin language, but still the reason are concrete why innateness defined as genetics. So that is my synthesis paper from A to F.